He's playing against some brolic, some big ass niggas. He's playing against niggas who are 6'7". Okay, these women get to what 6'2", 6'3" the most. They're all it's not the same dynamics. It's like a lot that goes. There's a whole lot more that goes into playing against some bunch of sweaty ass niggas with testosterone pumping through them and them well on.
So let me ask you a question.
Different.
Let me ask you a question. Do you believe that 215,000 salary is justified? You don't think she can make at least $1 million?
Why?
Because I don't think is the league doing that bad. Pardon me, I didn't do my research before this, so I don't know what revenue
it's
that
not,
the
it's not
WNBA
just the league.
bringing
It's the
in.
team that she's playing for doing well. Are your jerseys selling? Are people paying for tickets to come inside the stadium?
Damn, that's
Is that where's
sucks.
the money coming from here?
That sucks. That sucks. Okay, people. We're continuing our double standards topic, and we're going to talk about double standards and sports. And I have some information. Let me dig up this information really quick. Now, you have a very famous basketballer called LeBron James. You might have heard of him.
King James.
And a very famous, apparently, basketballer called Sue Bird. Now, this article
is she related to Larry Bird?
I want to think so.
Has to.
I hope she is.
As well
that would be
know
cool.
her name.
That would be a cool story if she's related to Larry Bird.
If she isn't, if that bitch don't tell people she's right.
Don't call her a bitch. What? How dare you call another black woman a bitch? How dare you?
From one black woman to another black woman.
Sue Bird versus LeBron
She's black?
James. She is.
Oh, she's not related to Larry Bird. The fuck? Larry Bird is
Suppose Larry have a black woman.
He doesn't.
How you know that?
Because he's been married to the same woman for years.
That means I know I'm not informed on the dog, yeah, man. Anyway, Sue Bird versus LeBron James comparison. This article was March 19, 2021 from an Orlando Silva from fadeawayworld.net. Apparently, Sue Bird and LeBron James work for the same overall entity, the NBA. Sue Bird works for the WNBA, the women part of the NBA, and LeBron James works for the regular part of the NBA, which is dominated by males. Now, the reason for this comparison, both of them have the same career stats in a sense. Sue Bird has 17 seasons in the WNBA. LeBron has 17 seasons in the regular NBA. Bye-bye. Sue Bird won 4 WNBA championships. LeBron won 4 NBA championships. Sue Bird's salary is $215,000 per year, or for the 2020 year rather. So her 2020 salary was $215,000 US, obviously. LeBron's 2020 salary, keep in mind this is just 2020,
1 year,
was $37.4 million according to this article.
And he worked what, 6 months or something?
No, I don't know about you, but this is up until March 2021, March 19, 2021. I don't know about you guys. I'm a bit conflicted with this because I don't believe the WNBA is worth even a quarter of what the regular NBA is worth, and we'll give you our reasons soon. But at the same time, I think the women can get a little bit more paid than what they get. So I'm a bit conflicted with this thing. You want to kick it off? Can it be justified that she gets that money versus LeBron?
Alright. Alright. She's getting $215,000 a year. LeBron's getting $37 million a year. No, I'm not looking at it as talent. Right? I'm not looking at you're being paid for your talent. I think you're being paid for what you're drawing to the stadium, what you're drawing to the TVs, what you're drawing to the team. I don't even know who Sue Bird plays for Who does Sue Bird play for?
I don't know.
And if you tell me the name,
Like she wear yellow though.
and if you tell me the name of the team, I
don't
bet
know.
you I don't know the name of the team. I don't know that team. Right? The WNBA is not on the level of the NBA, so why should the pay be?
That's
And
true.
if you want a little bit more money, then you're gonna have to argue against something else and not your vagina. Because it's not your vagina. That's why we're paying you less. We're paying
what
you
you
less
draw.
because you're not
You're
drawing.
not drawing that money.
Exactly.
You're
The
not
sales
drawing
aren't
those ticket
there.
sales. You're not drawing that merchandise
So
sales.
if you want 50
Nobody
grand for
not
your
buy
money,
a Sue Bird
contact
jersey.
me. Contact him if you want 50 grand. for
Even
your
the
money.
females are buying
Don't tell me
LeBron
not
James
about no
jerseys.
millions. That no drop in, that no come in, that no. It's not possible.
Listen.
Pay out of nothing.
Even
Oh, what you want me to do? Take NBA money, come give you. You don't work for the NBA, you work for double NBA. So that's where your money for come from. And if you really go look, it's not fair. Is that fair? Just because you're a woman, you forget what? One next company.
no, not just because you're a woman. Do not make it be a gender thing. It's just
But then
because
them argue-
you
them
do
argue
not
say-
draw in enough ticket sales and enough revenue for the
But
organization.
I've heard the argument that they should be taking money from the NBA to pay them. And that no fair. And they want
I
them
don't
to
think
be-
they're saying that though.
I've heard that argument before.
Oh.
Because of course whenever it comes up, people do say the business don't make no sense, so you can't get no more money, right?
Yeah.
There's no business sense in doing that, and they say, okay, but take it from the NBA. Nigga, are you crazy? Do you work for the NBA? You work for the WNBA.
First of all, anyone who argues this point, whether it be football, whether it be NBA, whether it be whatever sport, I always tell them, why don't you list 5 male basketball players and list 5 female basketball players?
I'm sorry, I'm very, very distracted.
I know you are, but no worry, they don't even know that. But yeah.
Alright, keep going.
So, if you have 5 male basketball players, everyone will say like Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, LeBron James, Allen Iverson, all these people will say Steph Curry,
Starting at the Lakers.
you know?
We'll start.
When you ask them to name just 2 WNBA players, they can't do it. I can't do it, and I'm a basketball
I
fan.
can name one, and I don't remember her name, but I know her.
The only
I
one we
don't
can name
remember
is
her
Sue
name.
Bird, and I'm a comedy researcher.
I didn't even remember her name was Sue Bird.
Sue Bird.
And
No
she's
one
what has the
listen.
same stats as LeBron.
She has
And
the
yet-
same championship wins as LeBron and,
And
stuff
yet,
like that.
you want to command more money.
But I think
When
that
people don't
250
even know you, and
grand
you're
kind
doing
of
just
too
as
low
well
though.
as LeBron.
Come on.
LeBron.
God.
But then again, LeBron's playing against some men. No.
Careful.
At the end of the day, we are all biological creatures. I do not care how advanced our minds get. I am not as strong as a man.
That's true.
And I may never be.
Physically, we're speaking. Of course.
Physically, of course. Right? So he's playing against some brolic, some big ass niggas. He's playing against niggas who are 6'7". Okay? These women get to what? 6'2", 6'3" the most. They're all it's not the same dynamics. It's like a lot that goes, there's a whole lot more that goes into playing against some bunch of sweaty ass niggas with testosterone pumping through them and then well
So let me ask you a question.
different.
Let me ask you a question. Do you believe that 215,000 salary is justified? You don't think she can make at least $1 million?
Why?
Because I don't
she's
think
playing
is the league doing that bad. Pardon me, I didn't do my research before this, so I don't know what revenue
It's
that
not,
the
it's not even
WNBA
for the
is
league. It's
bringing
the
in.
team that she's playing for doing well. Are your jerseys selling? Are people paying for tickets to come inside the stadium?
Damn, that's
Is
hard.
that how, is
That
where's the
sucks.
money coming from here?
That sucks. Because even LeBron, he
If
does
you're
so
gonna
much for the
if
economy.
the math,
When- When LeBron went back to Cavaliers
yeah.
after Miami Heat,
Oh,
the man literally increased the economy.
of the whole city.
Sue Bird is not that valuable.
The
If
whole
Sue Bird
city
moved to Jamaica
became
now, we not gonna know.
revitalized when LeBron came back.
I just say go.
The
And the
ci-
minute he left, it dropped
Drop
immediately.
right back. I mean that's
Wow.
that, and they always make fun of that city for being like the
What
wasteland of
listed
America.
it, yeah. LeBron is the
And he
first
went
man
there, and it was
and give them a
like
championship.
the whole
Their
morale
baseball
of the city
team,
changed.
their football team, the basketball
Everybody
team never
started
go on.
performing well.
And LeBron come give them a championship in 2016. So tell me if that's not value. That's a value where you can't pay for,
Exactly.
in my opinion. So LeBron can't charge anything because
You
guess
can't
what?
ask for
He's more
anything.
marketable.
Mhm.
Women are these feminists who argue that women should get the same pay as men in, or comparably the same pay as men in sports. A lot of them don't realize that marketing is what you should be lashing out against.
Yeah.
Capitalism is what you should be lashing
Yeah.
out against. You shouldn't be lashing out against the leagues. Because at the end of the day, nobody now watch, you know. I know it sounds weird, it sounds horrible. I know it does.
I mean, they want to talk about you on ESPN because they have to.
Yeah, they have to. Just to not look like assholes. But I don't know. That's my opinion on the whole double standards and sports. So just to make it, anytime a woman get less pay than a man, just know say it's not because of gender. It's because of sales. In tennis, women get more pay than men.
Exactly.
Nothing
I don't
that
see
they not
them
talk about it.
striking.
Nobody
I
now
don't see a
make
strike.
as much money as Serena and Venus did make.
Exactly.
Osaka, right now, the Japanese,
Her value is going up.
the half
because-
Japanese, half black.
Yeah.
No, her value is still high. It's still high.
And it's increasing because, and I'm pretty sure Serena, will it go down?
Listen, I mean, what is this?
Will it go down? Can it
Males
stop and
don't
Serena
get
go
as
down?
much money in a tennis as women. Why women now come out and speak for equality for male then? If a equality them really are preach. They're
But-
preaching feminism,
I
not
remember
equality.
when they were gonna have a straight pride and everybody was angry at straight white males for wanting straight pride. For having a straight pride. Because they have gay pride, so why not be proud of being straight? There's
Because
something wrong with being proud of being straight.
extremists do not believe in any form of
At that point,
equality.
you're just going off emotions and
They believe in
feelings.
extremism. Extremists do extremist shit. So when you're an extremist, I don't believe in any form of
Gotta
extremism.
be extreme.
I don't believe in
try
white
to say-
supremacy. I don't necessarily believe in black supremacy. I don't believe in feminism. I don't believe in anything that is one way. I don't necessarily believe it, because any form of extremism can't go, because too much of one thing not good for you. I grew up believing that thing, and I still believe it. Too much of one thing can't go. Good? So how me look on it in a sports, if you draw the money, you get the required pay for it. If you can prove that you draw the money, if you can prove that you draw this revenue, then you can have an argument. If you don't, might as well just sit down and be happy with what you get. You see me? So me look on it.
As far as I see it, and it's gonna sound very misogynistic, but if you don't want,
You're a woman, you can't be misogynistic. Say anything.
no, I'm gonna, what do you call it, a pick me or some fucker like that. I'm not gonna take
Pick
off on
me,
the
pick me,
clothes.
woman.
Yeah, if you want these niggas to be watching y'all on ESPN, y'all are gonna have to change your outfits. It works for football. If you female football, they're wearing like these booty shorts, and niggas are watching it. People are in the stadiums watching that shit. You're gonna have to appeal, like you said, market yourself if you want more money. Sorry.
Here's what I'm gonna do, and this is a game for the audience.
Mm.
Whether it's on Facebook, whether it's on YouTube. If you watch this video all the way to the end, list 3 male basketball players and list 3 female basketball players. List 3 male soccer players and list 3
Mhm.
female soccer players.
And don't Google
And
it.
tell me how hard it was.
Don't
Even if you
Google
do Google it, just tell me how hard it was to find 3 males versus 3 females. Just tell me. Same thing for wrestlers. List 3 male wrestlers versus 3 female wrestlers. And be honest. Tell me how difficult it was. Because I know you guys are going to use Google. Because no one knows them. Some of you go use Google, but just tell me how hard it was to find.
I can't think of a girl's name, but I know her. I know what she looks like.
I'm a wrestling fan, so I know all the female wrestlers. But if I was
I
an
know
average
Bella
guy,
Twins.
I wouldn't know. As I said, male wrestlers, everyone is going to say Hulk Hogan, John Cena, Rock, Stone Cold, Undertaker,
They can name a
Triple
bunch.
H.
They can name a
Everyone is going to
bunch.
say those people.
An average watcher of
When you say
wrestling.
female wrestlers, Trish Stratus, Lita, Molly Holly from back in the days,
Mhm.
you have Alexis Bliss, Charlotte Flair, These are the female
And the
wrestlers.
Bella Twins. And, I only
And the
know
Bella
them-
Twins. And the
and I
Bella
only
Twins
know them because I
are
watch
crossover from
TV.
reality show.
That's the only reason I know about
So
the
guess
Bella
what?
Twins.
At the end of the day,
So maybe that's something for the WNBA to do.
the only
reality
reason
show, I don't know.
why me know those female wrestlers is because I am a wrestling fan.
Mhm.
If I was the average guy, I wouldn't know them. I would probably only know the Bella Twins. You know, and that's sad, but that's how it go. Life isn't.
I mean, that's a space
Live
that
like
they're
that.
operating within. That's the amount of customers, this is what you have.
Hmm.
So that's what you're gonna get paid from.
I don't
If,
know.
if don't expect to get rich off this shit if you're gonna join the WNBA, invest.
Yeah, that's true. Because you have to understand the environment you're in as well. You know?
I mean,
And instead of trying to knock the NBA for not paying you more, why don't you try to suggest ideas to increase the revenue that you guys can contribute towards the organization?
yeah.
They say, okay, guys, let's once a quarter we do a cross gender game. Do things that go increase revenue.
And it's not
Things
like-
that are fun.
yeah.
Do more interviews. Do podcasts. Do stuff like that. That the organization is gonna see more value.
Right.
Get your face out there, cause right now no one knows you guys. I'm
I
just
mean,
being
the
honest.
other day, and the only reason I even know this WNBA girl is Skylar. Some kind of Skylar. It's because Lil Wayne and Drake and all of them were fawning over this girl for a little bit. Like back in the 2012, 2013
Yeah.
them time there. That's the only reason I know this girl name, because the rappers were like
Talking about
after her. Yeah, and they were mentioning her in songs and stuff. So that's what you're gonna have to do. You're gonna have to increase your marketability or something.
So long story short, double standards in sports can be justified. If you really want to change it, find a way to increase your value.
Mm-hmm.
So this
And
has
it-
been On The Go podcast.
It's
or
even
what?
a double standard. It's not about the vagina.
It kinda is
It
though, because no one wants to watch a woman play basketball. Having a vagina means you have certain hormones, means you don't have certain strength, it means you don't have certain tenacity,
Mm.
means you don't have certain recovery rate in your muscles like a man. So it's not really about the vagina. But
It's
it
about
kinda is.
performance.
I don't know. This
Okay.
has been On The Go podcast. I'm
Who are
Papa
you?
Crew.
An ambulation.
Out.
Peace.